Hello everyone, Solgem here, welcoming you back with some Baldurs Gate. And in the last episode, part, whatever you want to call it, I did not have the microphone on, which I thought I did. Turns out, in the XSplit that I record with, I had the microphone muted. So the entire time, nothing was there. Now, isn't that fun? Good times, yes. So I had a lot of conversation with my party members that my voice didn't get recorded for, and so no one heard. But at least everything else was still good with sound, game volume, dialogue is still readable and such. I mean, you don't have to commentate on any game. It's the choice of the person that wants to either have commentary in their game or not. Just make it as a silent walkthrough. Now, a few little different things. I recently got a few mods, a few tweak mods, that allow me to stack arrows and potions and gems infinitely. I've been kind of wanting to have that for a while because even though, yes, I put the bag of holding in, and now the bag of holding should also be bottomless too, because that was one of the options, I shouldn't have to worry about stacking the daggers and stacking bolts on separate things and yada yada yada. Especially with this guy sending out the arrows like no tomorrow. And other few things. Well, when I play on my own, there was a... Why did I take those out? I don't want those. I want regular arrows. There's an item upgrade mod that is kind of for Baldurs Gate 2. And since this is the like a modded version of Baldurs Gate 1 with the Baldurs Gate 2 engine, I happily discovered, that's a word, right? Those items work in this as well. Okay, lag there. It's kind of amusing actually, because I've always wanted mages to have like so many spells, a bunch of them, and now I kind of can, because certain robes also give like extra spells, and there's also like a sorcerer's ring that gives extra spells from like the 1st to the 7th level. And that's pretty freaking amazing. I won't put those items in, however, because that is cheating. And Well, despite the 18 charisma that I put in the bag of holding, and everyone having the boots of speed to make them, just go a little quicker. Though that's basically the only item that I'm going to be using as, like, for that kind of thing. So, last time we helped Corson kill Osmati. Now I need to find out why.
Civilization seems far, city dweller.
I must apologize for the actions of Osmati. He lost his mind after what happened here. Some days passed. A group of bandits calling themselves the Chill entered our camp as we worked upon the shrine. They killed and murdered everyone they came across, including some of Osmati's closest friends. Why did you let us attack Osmati? From the sound of it, you knew him well. The both of you looked to be druids. It's true, we knew each other very well, but there was nothing that could be done. He had lost his mind. I think you can understand that. Sometimes one doesn't have a choice. Really? Now, normally when I face this conversation, it's my custom party and there's no extra dialogue here, so I don't know how this is going to go. Sometimes the gift of death is mercy. I know this all too well, but this man was crazed with grief. He was not gone beyond recall. Armed with this knowledge, Corson did nothing to prevent the death of one he claims was a comrade. Instead, he helped us slay Osmati. I urge you to press on with your questioning, Solgem. His death is on our hands, and we will never be able to make amends if we do not know the whole truth of the matter. It's hard to believe that you would write off a life so readily. Come now, there must have been some other choice. There was no other choice. Do I have to explain myself over and over? Please leave me. So that I may bury my companion. So now he is your companion? That's very strange indeed. I don't know of too many people who would go murdering their companions. I murdered no one! I did what had to be done. All of you might be dead if it weren't for my help. Leave me be. I think you are lying. You are correct. I did need your assistance to kill Osmati. Thank you for your help. You're wrong about one thing. I'm no common killer. I'm a shadow druid. I poisoned Osmati and his companions so that we could be rid of their weakling presence. Now we should easily be able to make this land our own. Unfortunately, there will be no room for meddling civic folk. It is time for you to feel the fury of nature, as only I can administer it. Goodbye. And the full force of nature was pathetic.
What is my task?
You should be using your bow, dude.
On my honor. Consider it done.
Yep. Worthless items, nothing valuable. That's the exciting thing in this game. Hello, dogs. Is that you find something good. Oh, another thing. This is not one of the items that is the extra item pack, upgrade pack, whatever you want to call it. This is just a regular 8 pancake plate meal, but what I'm getting at is this can be upgraded to an improved one, and it gives, I think, a lower armor class. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it gives acid arrow 3 times per day.
Yes?
And that's pretty good. There's the robes of the neutral and good and evil archmagi that are also improved, that give 1 to 4 spell level slots. Quite nice stuff, if I do say so myself. Oh, the other thing that I took away was the magical rings and amulets and protections and anything that has to do with, like, armors that are +2 or whatnot. +1. Any identified special armors.
What is my task?
I can add more protections and get the armor class even lower.
I will do my best.
Is that another cheat and tweak that is kind of an exploit? Yes, it is. But there's a lot of things in
So I kicked him in the head till
in this game
So I kicked him in the head.
that
I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
yes, you have, Zar. That just lost my train of thought there. Happens quite a bit. But it's just a nuisance to get rid of, honestly. And here's another nuisance. I think I'm saying that right. A nuisance, I don't know. Annoyance is what I'm trying to basically kind of say. Is the fighter clerics, fighter druids. Well, fighter druids can use some bladed weapons, but clerics normally cannot. In the little tweak mod, it had the option to where you could change multi-class fighter cleric, fighter druid to having any weapon that they want, and I have done so. Because I find it stupid. Oh, here comes
Help me! If you don't help me, you'll kill me!
Vaconia. Now, she is a drow, she is an evil cleric. I don't need her, as I'm not going for evil characters. Well, except for him that was evil. Oh yeah, there's also the other thing that's said about, like, the reputation banter that is, like, taken away or something. I forget. But it has to do with, like, if you get too goody-goody, that the evil party members would leave, and you pretty much wouldn't be able to get them again because you're being too good. That would remove that headache. I changed it anyway, so it's not a big problem. Calm down, we'll help you. Just tell us who you are. My name is Vaconia. I'm not from around here. Thank you so much for helping.
I serve the Flaming Fist.
Step aside, travelers. I am the member of the Flaming Fist. This woman you are harboring is wanted for murder of the foulest sort. She's the Dark Elf. It should be obvious that she is evil. Solgem, this drow is evil and accused of murder. Protecting her means opposing the law. They lie, I've done nothing wrong. Interesting how Ajantis is a little marker while he stepped in and saying, oh, it's against the law to protect someone that has murdered someone. And I guess they're talking to Minx. So, yeah, Minx said it. Well, I mean, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. I mean, he just sees a woman in distress. Because, you know, how is he supposed to know that she's evil? But then once Ajantis kind of spoke up there, even though he said my name, he should have said Minx. That's when Minx is like, oh, well, if you want to have her, we won't get in your way. Wise choice. You may go on your way now. It was the right choice not to ally with this evil creature, Solgem. Just like surface dwellers, treacherous scum.
I am have become death, destroyer of worlds.
Probably gonna get a lot of negative because a lot of people like Viconia.
I serve the Flaming Fist.
There are things that I must now attend to. Good day. And she had nothing on her. There is an idea that's kind of circulating in my head. Oh crap. Kill them now.
Go for the eye. For the glory of God.
Yay, level up. Is actually... I never experimented with playing as like an evil character or an evil base party. I always go for neutral or good. Cause you know there's...
Could we cease the incessant noise? 'Tis such a pain behind the eyes.
No, Czar, I'm gonna keep talking. You're gonna like it. That games like this, you don't have too much of a punishment. Or, not punishment, a reward for being evil. Obviously, you're doing things the wrong way. Ooh. Yay, a level 2 spell. Which is only that. So. I did not look for those bandits back in that last area, did I? Or did I do that in the last recording? I don't remember, it's been a while.
So I kicked him in the head till he was dead. So I kicked him in the head till he was dead. So I kicked him in the head till he was dead. Which hits the ground first? Your swords or your heads?
Be smart now, and you'll live to grow wise. I will not put down my sword, Solgem. I would rather sheath it in this man's body. Still, if you want to enter the nest of bandits in disguise, I will stay my hand. But do not expect me to keep silent when we meet Tezo. Yeah, I might have not both them back in Rosebud. Now that I think about it. So I'm gonna have to go back and do that. I mean, you don't have to. You could either kill them in Pelville or Larswood. It's not much fun. Recommendation that you have to go through both. It's optional. Do not take us alive. As you like fools, your children be orphans tonight. Oh, how many children? Joke's on you, dork. And you're dead.
Go for the eyes!
Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. Normally when you pick up magical weapons and armor, they're marked as blue and not identified. I took that away as well. Why? Because I've played this game so many times that I know the items and just pretty much sell them anyway. Give those to you. There was also the other thing that you could remove,
On my honor.
the level of spells for mages, half of that. Actually, I've got quite a lot of level 1 spells. But yeah, it's normally based on your intelligence, how many you can memorize in your spellbook. Sorry, Kyvan, but we need a little bit of a detour because I forgot to do something. We still have plenty of time to get to the bandit camp and fight the whole camp. Which, yes, stealth is usually the best option. Oh, yes, I did kill them. Oh, okay. Because their items are still on the ground. So yeah, kind of
It is time for us to rest.
8-hour thing. Bandit camp time.
I'll be much more agreeable with rest.
We will rest after this little conversation. I need a moment to say a prayer to Shivarash. Guess that's how that's pronounced. It seems that my sworn enemy is at the arrow's reach at last. Go quickly about it, swear to discover it. Of course, Elf, I will join my voice to yours for success or battle against the brigands. My lord, Shivarash, here I stand on the soil that the beast who slew my beloved still walks. There is no desire greater in my heart than to wet it with his dark blood. I ask for the firmness of my arm to march the firmness of my soul. I ask for fulfillment of my vow, and I ask that strike that will bring down my foe. I ask thee to give me strength to fight, and strength to protect those who fight with me. I do need to rest, however, we have no level 2 spells. Can remove that. See, that also makes the spell thing for identifying items kind of mute, because you don't need to have this spell with the mod that I tweaked some things with. Now, obviously, if you're gonna play this first time, play the game as it's meant to be, with having identify spells or scrolls, or going to places that can identify them for you that charge. Starting out as kind of like a fighter class paladin, you get the best benefits, and if you want to take party members, you can, or if you want to create your own parties, because in the enhanced edition you can do that. You can make your own party in the single player game, whereas, well, I like this version and the regular Baldur's Gate 2 version. I create the characters in the multiplayer to have my own specific party. But enough about that. I didn't pick a spell. Oh, probably another sleep then. You don't have anything, you don't have anything. Okay.
Yes?
Vita Mortis. Vita Mortis.
My honor is my life.
What is my task?
Now, so probably the best way, the quickest way, is just to go straight to the big tent, fight them, and then go through all the other ones, or sneak around, go this way, sneak around through the back, and kind of do it like that. Normally I just, charge right up into the encampment through this way, and then kill everything. Because they're bandits and they're making the Sword Coast terrible with their cutting off iron trade and making iron worse than like crap. So I'm just gonna go straight there.
Whatever you
Through the
wish.
trees. Okay, what does Alora want? So what's it like being a big brave knight, Ajantis? It's beyond your comprehension, little one. You just can't think of the right words, can you? Of course I can. It's just though that words cannot describe the way a paladin feels about his duty. How do old paladins teach the new paladins what they're supposed to do then? Well, they just know, alright? Sure. I love Laura. Laura's delightful. She's so cute. Excuse me about that. I had to wipe my eye. Kill.
Go for the eyes, Boo!
Glorious helm! Whoa, now that was a stinker.
Now I have to thump you good. Can't let you into the boss's tent, or you'll get his important stuff. Sorry, but you gotta die. Your mistake. It's Tazok who's going to die today. Not enough elven spy. Or not another elven spy. I've had enough whining from that ender. Anyway, pals, you die. Are on attack. Yeah.
Something troubling you? On my honor. By my honor, you shall not see another. Cool blood, son.
You have no healing.
Helm, give me strength.
Okay, AI off, and I told you to attack him. There we go.
Yes? Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk! By my honor, you shall. I need aid. I will do my best. Become an orphan. I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, if I had this, like, on... a harder difficulty right now, Minx would probably be dead.
Could we cease the incessant noise? 'Tis such a pain behind the eyes. What is my task?
There, I have this potion for you. Okay, then we don't need that. Let's give you a little bit more.
On my honor.
There we go.
It shall be.
Whatever you need. Hop, skip to it.
I know I should probably explore all the tents and pick up the items.
Yes? Consider it done.
I could always come back. But the important thing is
I must.
here. The web and the fireball. No, I should probably... Yes, I'll give it to Zara, because I have Skull Trap on me. Which actually, I should have given Skull
What is my
Trap to
task?
Zara instead, since he's the Necromancer. But oh well.
I will do.
Oops.
What do you require?
Only kind of reason to rush.
You
trees
point,
move.
I punch.
Do you not see it?
7 hit points, very nice.
Hey there with a smile.
On my honor. With all
Was also kind of playing the second game too, with the custom party that I had. More daggers for Tsar. And I love the fact that opening locks and disarming traps is like so much more in the second game than in the first one. And spell
Yes, it shall
thwarting
be.
too. Because
Whatever you would. Happy to help.
you only get 20, 30, you know, whatever the level is
What is
of
my
experience, while in the second game it's 1,000 to 9,000. Really, really, really big difference there. I mean, I understand, I guess it's kind of like balancy aspect. Again, with the balance and rules and such. But 10 to 90, I mean, they could have at least given like 100 to 900 or 100 to pick a lock and 200 to disarm a trap or whatever, because disarming the trap is more. I don't know. Anyway, enough babbling.
I will do my best.
Time to just get on with it.
Sorry, friend, but you've got a date down under.
I don't care who you are. No one enters Tazok's tent under penalty of death. Where is he? Tell me where Tazok is. I will let you go. What? What are you doing here? Doesn't matter what is said. It's a fight, regardless. Come at me for I have no intention on turning back. You dead, little worms.
Forward march! Forward march!
Yes? It shall be.
Troubled times are upon us.
It's time then, is it? Time for what? Explain yourself. My execution, what do you think? I'm not with him, are you? Though... No, I'd smelled his rancid breath on you if you were. You're right, we're not Tazok's lackeys. What's going on here? Ah, you're not. Well, this whole place is dirty to the core. That's what's going on. These aren't your ordinary bandits. They're part of the Black Talons and they're part Black Talon and part Chill. Chill being a demi-human band, mostly hobgoblins, led by the creepy smart one. Our dinner crush. There'll be others somewhere like that priest Mullahay sent to poison the minds of Nashkel. Set himself up as a culpable god returned in legion of the brainless, barking, and fools believed him, ready to do his bidding till death do they part. Pretty much failed at reading that whole sentence there. Mullahay's dead. He was working for Tazok, I understand. The question is, who's Tazok working for? That's the trick, see? Crushing. Tugozin Kosen, leader of the Black Talons, both think he's getting orders from the Zents and Tazok. Doesn't do much to discourage that particular line of thinking, but the Black Talons and Chiller bandit groups, see, they ply the trade routes, avoid the cities, and that's where they go wrong. I'm from the gate, and I can tell you, dead as leather, that the Zentarium aren't behind this. How can you be so sure? A desire for silence isn't the only reason I wear soft-soled boots. I wear them so I can tell whose toes I'm treading on. I didn't mess with no Zentarium. I pick my enemies, and I mess with one group and one group alone, the Iron Throne. And right as rain, here I am as Tazok's personal prisoner. You do the math. The Iron Throne? Where can I find them? Tazok's been making regular visits to the Cloakwood, so that's where I'd start if I were you. There's some documents in these chests that might be worth taking a look at, too. I'll go step on some toes, alright? And you can tell them Ender Sai sent you. Thank you, kinsman. I know what it means to be captured by Tazok and his men. Do you need healing? The worst of it is over, friend. Tazok has forgotten about me for a few days, or prepared something special for my execution, and wanted me to be standing for it. Who knows, but in his tent I was safe from his brutes, mostly. You have been lucky, Ender. Are you Kyvan by any chance? You know of me? Your name has been mentioned. Beware, friend. There's a mad dog after you. I do not know more, but just be careful. Vinae Suel, fair winds.
What is my task? Consider it done.
Whatever you need. Hop, skip to it.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
On my honor, I will do my best.
Yay, more spells.
Mullahay and Tazok have proven to be nothing more than puppets. The true master of this unfolding mystery continues to elude you. One thing is certain. Someone has taken a very personal interest in seeking your death. Though why, you are not sure. Your search for answers continues, and the foreboding Cloakwood Forest is your next target.
And that is where I shall be kind of dropping off Alora. I'm going to keep Kyvan until I get Yeslik, because
What do you want?
with this guy's archer skills and this new bow that he is going to be using, which normally would be unidentified, but this is the longbow of marksmanship. Really good bow. Daco +3, damage +2. Makes Kyvan even more of a badass at archery than he normally is. 18 base Daco and his normal Daco is 11. We're only level 3, that's pretty good.
Yes?
I mean, I'm doing this area like really low
It
level.
shall be.
Potions! You can have those. You can have that, and you can have that, and let's take a look at these letters. Tazok, I have noticed that your shipments of iron have slowed as of late. It is imperative that we receive another ton of ore, step up your raids, and get a shipment to our base in Cloakwood within the next week. We need to stockpile as much as ore as possible before our ultimatum is given. Also, Saravok wants to know what has happened to the band of mercenaries. Have they been killed? You'd better ensure that they have been, as Saravok will not take kindly to any other news. Deavon. Starting to get names, very big names. Tazok, I hope that everything moves along smoothly. I have written to give you instructions from our superiors. I have been told that a small band of mercenaries might cause the Iron Throne some trouble in the future. You are to ensure that they don't live to upset our operation. Obtain the service of the assassin Nimble. It should serve you well. Yeah,
What is my task?
except he didn't. Pause it. Do I have this already? Yes, I do. better bow for me too. I know there's a composite longbow +1 back at Varagos that
On my honor.
I can now get because I have money. As well as a lot of other things that I kind of went past.
Consider it done.
I know, it seems like I'm kind of rushing. But that's only because I want to have the party that I want.
Forward march! Forward march!
Glory of hell!
By my honor, you shall not see another. Forward march! Forward march! And become death, destroyer of worlds!
Hey, there's the big guy himself. Adena Crush.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! And become death, destroyer of worlds!
Pretty much a worthless sword, say so myself.
Hey there, hi there.
Kind of a little bit back on what I was saying about playing as, like,
Yes?
an evil character. I would do it as a solo, neutral
I will do
evil,
my best.
neutral evil class, or alignment, fighter mage thief class,
What do you require?
and be kind of stupid and play it on insane. However,
What is my
I mean, this is just
Whatever you wish.
an idea that I'm thinking of
Happy to
doing
help.
maybe after
on my with
I
all
complete
speed?
this LP, if I ever complete this LP. Because I have such a good record of recording things, though, don't I?
Yes?
But I think this is where I'm going to put a little stop. I'm going to finish up exploring the bandit camp in the next video.
We follow the righteous path, the path of Helm.
Thank you so much for that ending note, Ajantis. And also Kai leveled up, didn't even notice. There we go, now he's even more of a badass. This has been Solgem, bringing you another Let's Play of Baldur's Gate. See you later.